Hey guys, so it's me again, Delca Tanya, and of course, as you can see by the title, I am here to discuss my labor story. Yes, I had my baby girl on February 3rd. Look, I had to kind of think about that for a second. But February 3rd at 11:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She did weigh 8 pounds and 20 inches long. And it's been such an amazing, like this last week has been so amazing. And the experience that I had during my labor was definitely not, I feel like was the best thing that ever happened to me, minus the pain, because I did have her naturally. But yeah, so I'm here to just kind of go through the process with you guys on what happened and, who all was there. But so let's see here. So I had her on the 3rd. On the 2nd, I went to my weekly appointment because my weekly appointments at this point were on Fridays. So I went there, did my ultrasound. They put me on the non-stress test to check her heartbeat, get any, and check for contractions and whatnot. After I was finished with that appointment, I went upstairs to my OB for them to just kind of check everything out or whatnot. And of course, at that moment, I found out I was 2 centimeters dilated. Of course, 2 centimeters dilated. Some people can be dilated 2 centimeters all the way up till due date or after. Doesn't really necessarily mean anything, but so I wasn't really like too much in panicking mode. All I can do is just like, okay, well, fine. I know that means probably mid next week. I don't know, baby might want to come. And then let's see here what happened after that. Like I think after we did the checks or whatever, I text everybody and say, hey guys, here's the status update on what's happening. We might have a baby next week. Now my OB scheduled me to come in on the Monday to say, hey, we're gonna come. Go ahead and follow up on Monday. Actually, no, Tuesday. She wanted me to come Monday, Tuesday. I chose Tuesday, and it said come in on Tuesday. We want to check you to see where you are at that point. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Tuesday we might probably still be at 2 centimeters, right? Nah. And it's funny because that Saturday, I was supposed to film my hospital bag, baby bag type video. I was also supposed to do my pregnancy update and giving you guys all the information that I got from the Friday. And, kind of just had a series of videos that I was actually going to film. So I woke up like around 8 something that morning, started getting myself together, cleaning my room, getting everything done. And then I got on the phone with my dad and I was just like, hey, Dad, when are we going to meet up on Sunday, which is the next day, because he wanted to take me to Target to go get some things from me and my daughter, as well as my brother, who's just, his wife actually had a baby about 3 months ago. So we was going to have like a daddy-daughter kind of spend the day type thing. And then my friend was going to tag along because she wanted to make sure that I had everything that I needed. Right? Cool. We're there. After I get off the phone with my dad, I kid you not, literally I kid you not, I felt this kind of gush of water. And I was just like, did I pee on myself? I didn't laugh. I didn't cough. I'm like, I think I peed on myself. Which in pregnancy, your bladder is so weak, like literally a cough or a sneeze or anything can, cause a little accident. So I went to the bathroom and said, okay, well, at that point I actually had to pee. So let me go to the bathroom because I had to pee. And went to the bathroom. And then I just heard this little drip, 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 drip. I'm like, I thought I was still peeing, I'm like, okay, cool. Stood up. It was like gushed down my leg. I was like, OMG, I think my water just broke. Literally deer caught in headlights light. I zoned out like, oh my God. So I got on the phone with my friend and I said, hey, I think my water just broke. I went through the process with her. She's like, yeah, it sounds like your water broke. Okay, now I don't want you to panic. I want you to be calm. Finish packing the rest of the stuff. Pack the rest of the baby bag. Call your doctor and see what they say. We don't want you to go down to the hospital and they tell you to come back and, and it's whatnot. Call my doctor, spoke to her. She's just like, go ahead and come in. We're going to come in to the hospital, go on the 4th floor in the maternity side. Bring your bags just in case. Sounds like we're going to have a baby today. So I said, okay. Call my friend back. I said, hey, this is what the doctor said. She said, okay. She has a toddler. She has a 2-year-old. So she had to try to call the babysitter to see if she can keep. So therefore, her daughter can go to the babysitter while she takes me to the hospital. I text my mom and said, hey, because my mom, where my mom works, she can't have her phone out. So I text my mom and told her, give me a call when you get a break. Did that. Then I sent out my text messages to the various people I needed. I got on the phone with my daughter's dad, and said, hey, my water just broke. It's go time. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and book my flight and whatnot. And he called me back and told me, hey, I wasn't able to get a flight until 4:30. That means I won't be there until about 7, 8 o'clock. I was like, God, I'm panicking at this point, because I'm like, oh my God, that's really late. What if you don't make it in time to, to be here for her birth? So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just have to just deal with that and not try to cry about it, because trust me, I was getting emotional at this point. So I called my friend, told her what the update was, and at that point I called my daughter's godmother. I said, hey, baby, my water just broke. So she ended up finishing off the last bit of her shift, because she works from home. My daughter's godmother works from home. She ended up finishing up the last bit of her shift and actually said, hey, I have to go. I have a family emergency. So she was en route. I called my brother, and then I and got all the troops together. My friend came and got me around 12:30-ish, looking like a little bit about 12:30-ish or so, and we headed down to the hospital. I was actually having my daughter at Emory University Hospital in Midtown, the one off of Peachtree Street, which was about a good 20-minute drive, if that, to get to the hospital. So I knew I didn't have to wait too long. But of course, before I got to the hospital, I knew that everybody said, before you get checked in, be sure to eat. Okay? So we stopped at KFC. I got a $5 box meal, okay? And I started eating. I was scarfing down because I was hungry at that point. Got to the hospital. She dropped me off. I walked to the area that my doctor told me to go. The good thing is I wasn't having any contractions. I was just fluid was leaking out, which I did have to take like washcloths and bundle them up in my underwear to catch the fluids that were coming down. I actually went through 3 of those by the time I got to the hospital. So got to the hospital, went to the registration and said, hey, my doctor Eaton told me to come in and check in. There's like, okay, Miss Jackson, here's what you're going to do. Just here's some information. Let's fill you out. I have to fill out some paperwork. And next thing you know, boom, on the floor, another gush of water just fell out. And I was just like, excuse me. At this point, I was really embarrassed because I'm literally like just wet all over on the floor. The guy was like, there's a spill on the floor. I was just like, don't worry about it. We do see it all the time. It's no problem. We'll get somebody to clean it up. So after I finished check-in, I got my hospital van, was waiting for them to send me back to triage to check me out, get me all my stuff. So I got there, and in triage, they took told me to take all my clothes off and put on my gown, get my IV started, my place for my IV, which they did put it over here on this side, but it was so painful. They had to switch it to this side, which was a little bit better. Then the doctor came in, was just like asking me questions like, okay, well, how was your pregnancy? Do you have any this, that, high blood pressure, diabetes? I'm like, no, all my tests came back negative. Don't have any problems with this. The guy was just like, I'm really trying to find something wrong with you. I'm like, well, there's nothing wrong with me. So I'm like in perfect condition. At least that's what I'm told, and all the tests come back stating. So after we finished all of that, so they ended up getting me into my actual delivery room. By that time, my mom was there, my brother was there, my friend who's my daughter's mother was also there. I was able to talk to my daughter's dad before he boarded the flight, because he actually found an earlier flight that left out at 1:25, and I was just like, he's like, I'll be there by 4:30, by at least 4:30. I think that's what he said. Yeah, I think. I can't. So he got there, and now granted, I haven't seen him in 9 months, literally 9 months. I haven't seen him since May of 2017. So physically, at least. So seeing him, I almost broke down in tears, because it's just like, you're here, and you made it. And I knew we were going to be able to welcome our daughter into this world together as parents. And it was just an amazing feeling just to have him there. And so throughout the whole entire time, I was having contractions, but not really having like they weren't really hurting. Like you can feel them, but they wasn't intense. So they told me, like, we have to go ahead and start you on Pitocin, because we want you to have this baby within a certain time frame. So I was just like, okay, so, you know, they got the Pitocin, and contractions really started to hit strong. They was like, hey, if you want an epidural, you know, let us know. We'll have that ready and ordered for you. In case I said, no, my birth plan is to have her naturally. Unless there's something wrong there, I cannot have her naturally, and you need to go ahead and do a C-section, an epidural, whatever. No, I don't want it. Of course, everybody in the peanut gallery over there on the, you know, sitting down like, okay, you don't want no, go ahead and be Superwoman. I'm sorry. I got the epidural, you know, because there was like 2 people in the room had epidurals. My mom was in the room. She had both me and my brother naturally. And, you know, so of course the other 2 was just like, no, yeah, I'm not doing nothing, no late, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I told myself I was going to have this natural childbirth. So of course the contractions was coming like, every 1 to 3 minutes is when my contractions were happening. I had no break in between. And they lasted about, I can say they lasted between like 45 seconds to a minute, or whatnot. And I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This really hurts, okay? When I mean it's like intense pressure. And they came and checked. And when I got to 8 centimeters, that's when it is like contractions kicked into high gear. Guys, when I mean high gear, it was just like, oh my goodness. They had to keep me distracted. They had to keep me, you know, focus off of not having the contractions. I had to stand up and rock. My daughter's dad was massaging my back right in that, you know, right in my bottom pelvic, you know, the bottom area of my back, my lower back. As the contractions that happened to kind of help ease them, I was in tears. I'm not going to lie. I almost caved and said, give me the epidural, but I knew I didn't want the epidural, and I didn't want to rob myself of an experience that I know my body as a woman was prepared for. And I'm not saying if you don't do a natural childbirth, you're a wuss or you're less of a woman. I'm not saying that. For me, I knew that I wanted to do this the way my body was built for, and the way that it was built to do and function as a woman to have a child. So by that time, the contractions were really heavy. They ended up giving me some fentanyl, I think is what it's called. Fentanyl, I don't know. Something like that. To kind of help ease the contraction pain, but not like stop how hard they were. They would just kind of give me some relief. About a couple minutes after they gave me that, I was so high, guys. I was like slumped. Done for. I cursed my mom out. I think that's the only person I cursed out. She was irritating me to the fullest, to the point where I had to yell and tell her to just shut up, please. You know, which she was, you know, she felt some type of way, which I knew she was, but it was just like, it was just irritating to hear her voice and her saying stuff and like blah, 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 blah. It was just getting it irritating, right? So of course my daughter's dad was just like, look, just focus. Don't worry about it. Block out everything or whatever. And it was at a point where I just started crying. I'm like, tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just, you know, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's trying to tell my mom, calm down. She's in labor. Just don't take an offense. My dad was there. Of course, yeah, my dad ended up coming too. So it was my dad, my mom, my brother, my daughter's dad, and my daughter's godparents. It was 6 people in the room with me during the, you know, of course, the laboring part. Next thing I know, when I got closer and closer to contraction, I just felt like I had to go to the bathroom, okay? And it was just like, Delca, when you get the contraction, try not to push. And I was just like, I tried so hard not to push, guys. It was so hard. Sometimes I was able to not push, and other times I was ready to push. I'm like, please get the doctor in here. I'm ready to get this baby out. I'm like, I'm done. By the time they got the doctor, I'm like, where is the doctor? The nurse that was there with me, her name is Ashley, and I have to say, Ashley was so amazing. I have to try to do something, go back up to the hospital to just to thank her, give her something to say thank her, because honestly, if it wasn't for Ashley there as my head nurse that was there, I don't know if I would have been able to really make it. She was like one of the best ones that I had throughout my time that I was there, because I think I went through 2 nurses at that point, and she was the second one that came in, and she's the one who kept on checking the dilations and all that. I was like, Ashley, I'm like, somebody get Ashley, somebody get Ashley. Where's the doctor? I'm ready to come out. Next you know, they checked, and it was just like, it's go time. I was just like, okay, family, only 4 people can stay. Who's staying? I said, my mom, my dad, Narissa, and baby girl's dad. Okay? It was time to push, and I pushed, and I pushed. 10 minutes later, baby girl was here. So I had her within 10 minutes of that, which was about 3 contractions. They clocked about 3 or 4 contractions within that 10 minutes time frame, and she was there. Now, when she first came out, I didn't hear anything. I'm like, is she okay? Is she okay? And finally, I heard her cry, and I broke down. I'm trying not to do it now. And I was just like, wow. It was such a great experience, you know? And her dad cut the cord. I see him cut the cord. Walked over to the little incubator part where they had the warming stuff to kind of get her measurements and stuff like that. I'm trying not to cry. And they came and they brought her to me. We did skin to skin. And we did skin to skin. And then I nursed her. And she latched on perfectly. No problems latching on. And I just looked at her and just like, I'm your mommy. And I'm so, you know, I just kept on saying, I'm your mommy. And it was such a joyous moment, you know, because I'm still in shock that I'm a mom. And it's an amazing experience. I could tell you that. Now, like I said, labor was definitely intense. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't, honestly, if I did it all over again, I would still do it naturally. If you're up for it, natural childbirth is nothing to be afraid of. I think it's a great experience as a woman if you're up for that challenge. And you know, our body was made for it. It was built for it and built to deliver naturally. It doesn't make you less of a woman at all if you do have an epidural. Trust me, it doesn't. But I can tell you that regardless of how you do it naturally or an epidural, just being able to bring a healthy baby into the world is a miracle in itself. You know, so many different things can happen during the childbirth process that, you know, no one knows. The fact that I'm able to sit here today with no complications in my pregnancy, she's fine, she's great, is a blessing in itself. So that's pretty much my labor story. You guys want to meet her? So hey guys, here's my little one. Noelle-Grace is here. She's asleep. She's been kind of asleep for a good while. I did wake her up, but she's oh, you're up? Are you gonna say hi to everybody? Huh? Are you gonna say hi? They had to draw some blood from her because they the blood work they did for her while we were at the hospital did have some abnormal readings, so they needed to redo the test. So we went to the doctor today to get her new blood drawn. Something about her thyroid that they needed to recheck or whatnot. But here's Noelle-Grace. Say hi, baby girl. Are you gonna wake up and say hi? Are you gonna wake up and say hi? This is my sweet pea. Yeah. I know, mommy's waking you up because you have to get up and I have to feed you. I am strictly breastfeeding her as well. And I'm pumping in between, or trying to pump in between, to make sure that I have enough, you know, just on standby. So it's, yeah. See, she does this. I look at for her feet, her cues, and yeah, she's definitely going to be hungry after we finish this. So say hi. Say hi. So this is Noelle-Grace, my baby girl. And like I said, she was born on February 3rd at 11:35 p.m. 8 pounds, 20 inches. This is she's long. See? She's a long baby. She's going to be like her dad probably. Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Me and Noelle-Grace are going to go off because I do have to feed her and change her, and we're going to settle in for the night. Isn't that right, baby girl? Isn't that right? And but thank you guys for watching my channel today. Definitely, if you want to keep up with all of our latest videos, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're always in the loop when I post a new video. And definitely don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and like this, and comment down below if you have any questions pertaining to this video about laboring here. Definitely let me know, and I'll definitely respond back. Thanks again for watching. Bye.